Hey, trying to be quiet there, but you know how that is. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mondays at the Mothership, also known as Marathon Mondays with Mal. I am by myself this morning. Um, it is a beautiful morning here in Coburg, just north. I'm squinting into the sun, just north of Eugene, Oregon, which, for those of you who don't know, is about an hour and a half south of Portland. Anyway, I am on the camera this morning. I see a lot of friends that are watching this morning. Throw your comments and questions at me. Big good morning to my mother who is watching up in Portland, as I mentioned earlier, just south of, or just north of us. Anyway, so good morning to you, Mom. Anyway, Richard Lawrence, my good friend down in Central Florida. We're going to go around, we're going to look at a few things, and I'm going to answer some questions. We're going to walk the building, and I'm going to answer some questions showing those examples of questions that I've received in either emails or in phone calls. Got a few things. My man, Ron Brown. All right, all right. The wash rack here. I'm going to flip it around here. Look at that. There's the wash rack. Getting clean over there. I'm going to flip you around as soon as we go in the building because you don't need to be looking at me. But I wanted you to see it is a beautiful morning here. Hope everyone had a good weekend. And it's always an exciting Monday here at Marathon, the largest and best luxury converter of the Prevost chassis in the history of the world. And that's where we are on the north side of the building. And we're going to walk in here. I'm going to flip you around. All right, if you got questions and comments, throw them your way. We're going to get it going as we walk into the building. My friend Patty Kidd is watching. All right. We're going to move through the production floor here and show a little bit. A bit, I know, right? What a roast beef. They called me a ham. I'd rather have roast beef. Let's look at what's under here. Oh, look at that beautiful seat. One of the things that someone has asked me about is customizations to the cockpit. And I know Richard Lawrence is watching, who has probably one of the most customized cockpits we've ever built in his coach. It is a work of art, and it was a test of research and development and a collaboration between engineering, design, and Richard himself. But take a look at that beautiful seat. One of the beautiful things that we have here, or one of the luxuries we have here, is having one of the finest upholstery shops in the nation right here in this building. Some extreme talent coming out of there. What does that mean to you? That means customizations on the fly right here in the building. It also means that we have the ability to make changes. We have the ability to make repairs. And it's a huge benefit having that upholstery shop and all the talent that we do. Now, when you talk about talent and you talk about paint, I've been harping on it now for better than a year, you guys. Marathon's paint department is doing some amazing paint jobs. I will put several of these paint jobs against any coach that's out there. Look at this new X3. Is this not beautiful? Just came in from paint. And when you talk about customization, nothing's more custom than this coach. That's something. All right. There's a few things we're going to answer this morning. Someone asked me about customizing the exterior other than the paint. I'm going to show you that right now. Now, everybody knows the standard wheels that goes on a Prevost. Take a look at that right there. What if you did blacked out? Right next door, there's a blacked out wheel. Pardon the dust. What about the mirrors? There's your standard Prevost mirror. Okay, I'm going to show you something down here. Blacked out versions are becoming very popular. Take a look at that. Customizing your exterior. The logo is there. The mirrors are there. Flat black. Isn't that beautiful? Wheels. Flat black. A flat black wheel versus your standard polished or chrome, but a completely different look depending on what you're looking for. Also, rub rails. Take a look at the rub rails here on these doors. Isn't that something? All right. Another question that I got was why we don't do, this is a question I want to answer directly. Why we don't do our bays, why we don't outfit our bays right away. I'll show you right now. Because every coach is different. Every owner has different needs and desires. This owner wanted in bay 1 an open bay with a larger ladder that comes out. But look at bay 2. They wanted a barbecue with a fold-out table, with storage, with usually we do electric, but this is propane, but a propane barbecue that's under that cover right there, and a nice refrigerator with storage and propane tanks behind. Now here's the deal. Look how beautiful that is too with that cabinetry. It's all done custom. It's all done for this bus, for this owner. I love this too. It just pops up when you need it. It's there. When it's not, it clips down. Isn't that great? But that's why we don't outfit these bays until they are sold. Until they are sold, because someone might want just straight storage. Someone might want a barbecue. How about this one? Beautiful Coach 1360. It's going to have a large slide out tray. And that is why we don't outfit our bays with a default fitting, meaning we don't put slide outs in it until you, the owner, purchases it. I love that. Good morning, Brett. Good. Brett Fuller, who's been with Marathon for over 30 years. I love this paint job too. Look at that. Bam. There's beautiful 1358 that we showed just last week. We're going to head into the cabinet shop, and I'm going to answer some more questions down here. Okay, Delvin is asking a question about slides and about leveling. We're going to get into that some more when we talk about procedures, but just to let you know, Delvin, we have done that before. I want you to see that cabinetry right there getting worked on. Everything is made of real wood. Some woods are lighter, some woods are stronger. It all depends on what is needed for that application. But we use real woods. And then we laminate them. Why do we laminate them? Because laminates always, if maintained properly, will look the same. and they offer a ton of options for the people that are customizing these coaches. Take a look at that beautiful piece right there. See the sheen? It offers so many options for the owners to be able to pick their color, pick their sheen, and pick their texture. This is a smooth, semi-glossy finish in that single color. That's Coach 1360. Big thanks to our cabinet shop for letting me invade their space. Look at this beautiful color. These are the walls of Coach 1354. We're going to do a pre-recorded episode for next Monday. As many of you know, it's Memorial Day weekend. Hoping that you guys are doing exactly what you want to be doing on Memorial Day and that you are being safe. Yeah, it is supposed to rain down here in the Willamette Valley, but you know what? That's what we do. Here's another thing we do. We recognize our employees for everything from suggestions to lean suggestions to safety. One of the things that is really cool about Marathon is they take the time to recognize the employees for doing everything from suggestions to safety, and then new to the family. Very, very cool. All right, where are we going? We're going over here. That's right. Someone asked me a question about when we take the slide outs completely out and we build on the slide out when it is down on the ground. I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. This is 1361, a beautiful coach. And as you can see, a lot of the walls, the ceiling, a lot is going in there right now. But you see the scaffolding? The scaffolding rolls right in to the coach. We take the slide out, completely out, and then you can get appliances and personnel directly into the coach safer when you have that opening. And then right here is where that slide out comes completely out. And I'll show you starting from this end. See, there's the paint on the end there. Okay, cool, right? We completely take it out and we assemble it and everything that needs to go into it right here on the floor. There's the dinette. Here's the schematic for that slide out. TV's going to go right over here. Going to have all this natural light coming through these windows. But that's what we do. We assemble it, put all the upholstery, all of the cabinetry, all of the lighting, all of the wiring directly into the slide out down here on the floor. And then when the coach has about a month left in production, we put the slide out right back in. This is going to be a beautiful coach. We're actually going to go in here and take a look. Flooring going in. Take a look at this. Look at this beautiful flooring. I was in here on Friday and they had everything mapped out and ready. And looks like this morning they started laying tile. My man Kaywood Elliott is watching. Got to watch where you step. We're going to sneak this way and take a look. It's break time here at the mothership, so it's a good time to get in here and be careful. Take a look at all the progress. Look at this. Here's the water closet and the shower. Looks like the shower walls are in. Next thing that's going to go in is they're going to seal it and put the water barrier in there and start to build the shower with the tiling and all the plumbing. Looks like the infrastructure of the plumbing is in. You know, my man Pat Oberg just brought up a good question. If the customer has a option when it comes to TV satellite providers, and the answer is pretty much yes. The answer is that when you customize a coach, that can be set up. For the most part, we've been with DirecTV for a long time, but you know, more people are just going to streaming TV. They're not really going off of a satellite. So some people are opting just for streaming capabilities versus an actual satellite. But Pat, the answer is yes, it can be. We can work with you from our engineering department to make sure you have exactly what you want. Love this paint job. Okay, John's asking a question about Marathon's cell phone router. Now, here's the thing when it comes to cell phones. I'm not the biggest techie, but I know my way around a few plugins. I'll tell you this. One of the best things that I have seen is your hotspot, your native hotspot on your cell phone. I don't know how that corresponds to depending on where you are in the nation or in the world, but bottom line is the native hotspot that is on most smartphones these days. Like if I go to my Verizon provided cell phone, I have a hotspot. I can click on that and I can get connectivity with my iPad. That is one of the best options because it's already set up in most people's cell phones. I hope that answered your question. And then Eric's asking how far out we are. That is a very good question. We are out significantly. What does that mean? If you're looking for a custom coach, we are over 2 years out. Now we have hybrids, we have designer choices, but a true custom, that's why you got to be thinking ahead. You've got to be on it and think, okay, in 3 years, I want a new coach. Or if we've seen people just purchasing coaches who've decided to put their name on a new coach. That's what's going on, not just at Marathon, but throughout the industry. There's another slide out that's been pulled out and is sitting down here. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap it up here. We went into this coach last week. Isn't that beautiful? Marathon's paint department. Just love it. Just love it. I'm going to walk outside. I'm going to show you this coach out front before we get out of here. New hires. We got 4 new hires I see in there today going through their initial training. Here we are. I'll quickly scan over the boutique. Ron's saying enjoy your holiday. Thank you. And to you too, Ron. To all of you guys out there who are watching and supporting Marathon as a company and Marathon Mondays. Big break going on down there in Mississippi. Oh, look at that guy. Look at that good looking guy. Not quite sure who that is though, but he's good looking. I want to show you this one. This is an example of what I'm talking about, of reacting to the industry, everybody. Look at this quad. This is a quad that just came in on consignment and just went under deposit. When you see a coach that checks your boxes, jump on it, get on it, call me, email me, malw@marathoncoach.com. Go inside. Woo-hoo! Slides are in. Corey says go inside. Well, Corey, that's what this show is all about. This show is all about being live on Facebook, showing you slides in on this beautiful quad. You got it, my man. Yeah, Jake's right. This is a beautiful coach. I love the detail right here. I love showing our logo when it comes to the upholstery. Some coaches have it, some coaches don't. This one does. This is, I believe this is Coach 1332, quad slide. Already back to us, on consignment, and already pending. I should turn on the master lights so you can see a little bit better. Flick of a button. We got lights everywhere. But this will give you a good idea of what a quad looks like when the slides are in. All 4 rooms. 2 on the driver's side, 2 on the curb side. They're all pushed in right now. Beautiful floor in here. I love our bamboo floor. Look at the sparkle of this. Pretty. Look at this backsplash, you guys. Fisher Paykel refrigerator right here. I'm a big fan of the fridge. You guys know that. Take a look at this water. Glass sink, that's pretty. Look at this wall covering. Got a little bit of texture to it. And then this is the corresponding, if I can show you the walls in good light. There you go. It's like a taupe. It's kind of, to me, it's like a grayish taupe. But it's really a good color. Super bath in this coach, you guys. Can't get in the very back right now because the slide, the bathroom, you can still access it. You can see it back there. When you're dealing with a quad, the key is you want it engineered so that even when the slides are in, everything is accessible. From the refrigerator to the bedroom to the bathrooms to the storage, everything needs to be accessible. And that comes down to engineering. Prevost chassis, best chassis to build on for an RV, not just from a safety and comfort and quiet standpoint, but from a resale standpoint, which is important to all of us. Make sure we turn off the master lights here. What do you think? Got to keep my man Dave Bash happy. He's the one that looks after all these coaches. Big thanks to all of you for watching. Big thanks to my mom, my wife, my 2 kids, the Pooh and the Roo. And a big thanks to all of you. Memorial Day weekend is coming. We're going to have a pre-recorded fun show for you. And yeah, that's about it. Look for me coming this summer. I'll be down at Pacific Shores, down in Newport, Oregon, which is a great West Coast park. showing off a couple of coaches, but also I'll be up in Polson, Montana for a week, probably in August. Probably in August. All depends. Yeah, Kenny says that's a nice coach. It really is. We're not going to show it on camera, but there's the paint department. I'm going to go down there and I'm going to show you guys. You know what? We don't have anything going on. Let's go. I wasn't going to show you. We're going to get it in. We're going to walk down here. If you want to hang out with us, for those of you on the East Coast, I know it's lunchtime. I know you're doing what you're doing. I wonder who's watching from the furthest. Kaywood, log on and tell us where you're watching from. I know you're pretty far away. I'd say Richard Lawrence all the way down in Central Florida is pretty far. Got some overseas viewers. We're going to go down to the paint department and see what's coming in or out of the booth. Southern Maryland, that's pretty far. That's on the deep east. All right, we're walking into the fiberglass shop. Yeah, Wisconsin, I like it. Oh, that's right. Jeff Allen's in New York City. Okay. Jeff, what part of New York City are you in? Which one of the 5 are you currently in? If you're in the city, you're probably in one of the 5. So let me know where you're at. Hope I don't lose you on the cell service coming through the booths here. We're just going to see what kind of trouble we can get into down here. They just moved that beautiful X, that orange and brown one, on down to the production floor. Yeah, Calgary, Alberta, that's pretty far. Queens, all right. Oh yeah, Greg's in the Philippines. That's pretty far too. This is a cool paint job. Here's a coach that's in here getting ready for paint. Here's Coach 976 in here for a little repair. Look at this beautiful coach. This is what I'm talking about, you guys. This is what I'm talking about. What is Mal talking about? I will tell you what Mal is talking about. I am talking about the value of buying a coach, and years later, and in this case, 15 years later, it's still extremely beautiful and valuable on the market. The value of this coach is retained a lot longer than, say, your standard RV. Not just the chassis, but the quality of build coming out of Marathon for over 3 decades. And now we're on the back side of the building where we started. All right. Here I am. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. Thank you to all of you. It's my pleasure to show you what's going on here. Our videographer, John, couldn't be with me today. So he said, "You're on your own, Mal." And I said, "Okay, here we go. Let's get into it." And when I'm on my own, well, actually, there's usually no rules. And that's one of the cool things about Marathon's leadership and owner. This is a very transparent show. We show every Monday exactly what's going on at Marathon, where we're building these coaches. And as I squint into the sun one more time, I say, be yourself and do good things. Take care of each other. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you for the words of support. I love that coach. I love that coach. You guys remember this one? I love that paint job. I always have. I think it's like 1258. Somebody's going to correct me. But I love the style of that coach. No, thank you to you guys for supporting the show. I'll see you next Monday on a pre-recorded. Have a good, safe Memorial Day. and then we'll be back live here at the mothership, getting more into why you would choose Marathon on that show. I was here. Now I'm